We see a young Sonic running around his planet and Longclaw tells Sonic not to show his powers, but he doesn't care because he is young and dumb.
No one saw me. I'm too fast.
The Echidna tribe followed Sonic to Longclaw's house to capture Sonic, but luckily Longclaw saw them and tried to escape. One of the Echidnas shot down Longclaw and she used a ring to open a portal to send Sonic somewhere else to stay hidden. Sonic doesn't want to go without Longclaw, but she saw the Echidna tribe coming and forced him to go while she defended the portal till it closed. 10 years later in Green Hills, Montana, Tom is bored out of his mind because he is in a remote area where barely any cars pass by.
Come on, one car.
Sonic started messing with Tom by checking how fast he could go. Tom goes out to investigate and finds one of Sonic's quills. Wade calls Tom to go back to town for a dumb reason. Sonic saves a turtle who was about to get ran over and takes it for a joyride. He drops off the turtle and runs back to his hideout to enjoy his life. The pouch holding the rings falls out and he remembers Longclaw telling him to go to the next planet if he ever gets discovered, but he hates the next planet because it's a mushroom planet. Sonic likes Tom the most in that town because he protects any living thing, and Maddie, who lives with Tom. Crazy Carl is the only one who knows of Sonic's existence and tries to capture Sonic, but he fails to capture Sonic. He loves movie night the most and feels like a family, but he has to give himself therapy because he feels alone.
Friends of yours deep down? You are still rather lonely?
When Tom goes home, Maddie waits in suspense and finds out Tom got into the San Francisco Police Department. Tom isn't sure he is ready to uproot their life, but Maddie is willing to move because Tom busted his ass off to pay for rent and tuition when she was in veterinary school. Maddie made sure Tom was ready because his family protected Green Hills for 50 years. Tom wants to go to prove himself because he wants to help people in real trouble and practices his farewell speech the next day. Sonic sneaks into the little baseball league to watch and is amazed by it. Later that night, Sonic played baseball alone but felt alone when he scored a point and had no one to give a high five to. He started running around the base and caused a power outage with his electrical blast. Wade calls Tom because he doesn't know what to do with people calling about the power outage. Tom tells Wade to chill out and gives him instructions on dealing with the power outage, but hangs up when he sees Sonic's quill lit up. In the Pentagon, Commander Walters tries to figure out what happened with his team, but no one can give a definitive answer, so he plans to call in Dr. Robotnik. The team doesn't want Dr. Robotnik's help, but they have no choice because of his amazing track record. The military is running tests until Dr. Robotnik and his crew show up to take over the operation in a smug way. Dr. Robotnik gets the military to step aside so his drones can look for clues. One of the drones finds Sonic's footprint and Dr. Robotnik is amazed about the finding because that footprint is not from Earth. He sets up a search party around the area. Sonic freaks out and plans to leave his hideout but decides not to when they get too close. Tom is annoyed that the raccoon got into the garbage again when he's on the phone with Maddie and plans to shoot it with a tranquilizer. Sonic was about to use the ring to go to the mushroom world to get away from the danger, but Tom barges in and they scare the shit out of each other. Tom shoots Sonic with the tranquilizer and Sonic drops his ring pouch when he opens a portal to San Francisco. Tom is surprised the Blue Devil is real and was about to call someone when Sonic woke up to confront Tom. Sonic is panicking because he lost his rings and Dr. Robotnik shows up. Tom begrudgingly hides Sonic away in the attic because he shot Sonic with a tranquilizer and goes out to see what Dr. Robotnik is up to in his yard. Dr. Robotnik finds Sonic's footprint and tries to get into Tom's house by lying to him, but Tom knows he's full of shit. Tom calls him on his bluff, so Dr. Robotnik sends in his drones to search his house. Dr. Robotnik belittles Tom's intellect and threatens to give him a brutal death for treason. Sonic disguises himself as a ball but chickens out at the last minute and rolls downstairs, causing a disturbance. Dr. Robotnik rushes in to find the raccoon eating the cake, but when he leaves, he finds Sonic's quill. He threatens Tom to give Sonic up and is really to end Tom. Sonic scares the crap out of Dr. Robotnik when he appears, letting Tom sucker punch Dr. Robotnik and they take cover from the drone attack. Sonic jumps on top of the drone, letting Tom smash the drone and they try to escape. Agent Stone arrives shortly after to check if Dr. Robotnik is okay, but he's pissed Stone didn't go after them instead because he wants to capture Sonic to run some test to find his power source. Tom finds out about Sonic's ring, which can travel to different planets, and Sonic would like Tom's help to get his rings back. Tom boots Sonic out because he doesn't want to risk his new job and gives him directions. Sonic guilt trips Tom to help him get his rings back after running back from the Pacific Ocean. Tom relents, but Sonic must follow his rules if he's going to help, and they finally introduce themselves. They make a quick stop so Tom can call Wade for information, but Dr. Robotnik is already there waiting to talk with Tom. Dr. Robotnik threatens to cripple Tom and he leaves after Tom hangs up on him. Sonic tries to stay inside but his curiosity comes out on top. Tom buys food but doesn't find Sonic in the car and assumes he's in the bar. Sonic promises not to say another word if they can watch the show. A waiter interrupts them to see what they want and Tom covers for Sonic's young looks. Sonic is disappointed he has to leave Earth before checking off his bucket list. Tom is willing to spare an hour to scratch off some stuff and they start having fun. A few men come up to them to intimidate them because they don't like hipsters at their bar. Tom wants to leave but Sonic wants to smash a glass bottle on Brad's head but he isn't swinging hard enough for the bottle to break. Brad punches Tom because Sonic dodged it and that started a bar fight. Brad took no damage when Sonic punched him multiple times. When Brad tries to attack Sonic, he uses his super speed to wreak havoc and knock over everyone who's fighting. Tom and Sonic decide to leave after everyone falls and they can get away from their pursuers. They arrive at the motel and Sonic tells Tom about the mushroom planet after messing around. Sonic is doubting Longclaw because he wants to have a life on Earth. The news reports Tom being a T-word and he sees Sonic's final bucket list wish after tucking him in. The next day Stone goes to the bar to ask about Tom but Brad isn't willing to give any information. Dr. Robotnik had to use some force to get the information out of him and he was able to track where Tom might be going. He chooses his attack vehicle and sends it out. Sonic is flabbergasted when he finds out Tom wants to leave Green Hills because he wants to solve actual crimes. Sonic tries to talk Tom out of it but they are interrupted by a harpoon. Tom tries to break free from the harpoon and Sonic is knocked out but he can get on top of the windshield. Tom frees the truck from the harpoon and Sonic takes out the vehicle when he starts gathering electricity.
A big tank 0.
Sonic starts showboating so Dr. Robotnik changes it into a smaller vehicle to chase after them. It shoots a kill switch device at them but Tom can avoid it. Sonic annoyingly got rid of the other kill switch devices and destroyed the vehicle but somehow it survived by turning smaller. Tom is fed up and tells Sonic to drive so he can destroy the vehicle. Somehow Tom destroys it but it sends an even smaller drone to attack them. They pull over to get rid of the drone but it keeps on sticking to them. Luckily Sonic gets it off of them in time but it blows up close to him because he was too cocky. Sonic survives the blast and Dr. Robotnik is pissed he failed but he got an idea after seeing Sonic's quill. He turns on his soundtrack to get in the groove to test the quill and knows how Sonic caused the EMP attack. After analyzing it he prepares to use the quill to power his prototype. Tom rushes to Rachel's place to talk to Maddie in private but Ozzy reveals Sonic to them. Maddie doesn't know how to treat Sonic because of his physiology but he's only banged up. Rachel tries to get her daughter Jojo to free her but Jojo just straight up ignores her to do her own thing.
Untie mommy. Sweetie.
Tom has a great idea to wake Sonic up by getting Maddie to use the smelling salt on Sonic and when he wakes up, he starts running around. Maddie talks to Tom in private because she wants to know what's going on. Rachel wants Maddie to drop Tom after he explains what's going on but somehow Maddie is cool with everything and is willing to help Sonic. Jojo gives Sonic new shoes so his feet won't hurt.
Alright, looking good.
They somehow let Sonic drive to the tower but he can't get his rings without a key. Tom abuses his police powers to get the key. Sonic gets his rings back and doesn't want to go but he doesn't want to put anyone in a dangerous situation. Before Sonic can go, a drone stops him and now they are all surrounded by Dr. Robotnik. Sonic doesn't think Dr. Robotnik can catch him but he doesn't know his quill is powering his ship. Sonic pushes them off the building so he can destroy the drones. Unfortunately, Dr. Robotnik hits the power-up button and hits Sonic with an energy blast. Sonic regains consciousness and saves them before they hit the ground but he can't stop himself from the fall. Sonic picks up his rings and runs away.
The hard way it is.
Dr. Robotnik chases after Sonic but Sonic can dodge his attacks. Sonic has no clue how Dr. Robotnik is keeping up with him and starts using the rings to portal to different countries. Dr. Robotnik somehow locks onto Sonic and blasts him to Green Hills. Tom uses the rings to sneak behind Dr. Robotnik to distract him from ending Sonic but Dr. Robotnik can toss him off the ship. Before Dr. Robotnik ends Sonic, Wade shoots a warning shot and the townspeople come in Sonic's defense.
And our blue devil!
Maddie thinks Sonic is already dead while Dr. Robotnik thinks Sonic is just a silly misplaced alien who didn't belong but Tom thinks Sonic is more human-like than Dr. Robotnik will ever be. A jolt of electricity comes out of Sonic, reviving him, and takes back the power from the quill. Dr. Robotnik shoots at Sonic while he charges at the ship and keeps smashing into it. Sonic tells Tom to open a portal to the Mushroom Planet so Sonic can get rid of Dr. Robotnik. Once they get rid of Dr. Robotnik, Sonic celebrates with Tom.
Told you got this.
Hey, we got this.
Maddie doesn't think they will ever go back to San Francisco because they forgot about Rachel, and Tom doesn't feel like he needs to go anymore because he saved Sonic's life. Tom just wants to spend his time with his loved ones. The next day, Navy Chief Walter shows up to thank them for keeping quiet about the incident and gives them a gift card. Uncle Sam would like to chat with Sonic, but Tom doesn't think that will happen and closes the door on him. Maddie tells Sonic to go back to his cave because it's a school night. Tom shows Sonic his new cave in his attic, and it has all of Sonic's things moved there. Sonic loves it, and that's how Sonic met his new family.
I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it!
On Mushroom Planet, Dr. Robotnik is losing his sanity because there are no resources, supplies, or a way home, but he's determined to get back home by Christmas. Tails portals to Earth to find Sonic and hope it's not too late. Well, that's it for Sonic. If you got up to this far, here is the next part or other recaps you may like. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.